What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another review. This time we're taking a look at Batman, the movie based off the Adam West TV show of the 1960s. Now, I'm going to make this review as short as I humanly can because I love Adam West's 60s Batman. I think it's hilarious, I think it's great, and I think it's actually underrated in its storytelling. And my first introduction into the Adam West Batman era is through this movie. I thought this movie when I was a kid was one of the greatest things I've ever seen. But watching it now as an adult, I can safely say that this movie is just completely fun. It knows what it is and it takes full advantage of its campy zaniness while playing everything totally straight. That's what makes the Adam West era of Batman so fascinating, is because the world is so over the top and just so comic booky in its approach. The actors play everything totally straight, and it becomes part of the joke, and it becomes such a joy to watch. Adam West as Batman, he is great. He has a dry comedic sense. He has dry comedic timing, and I love his chemistry with Burt Ward. And I think they have a lot of really good moments in this movie. This movie alone has some really good gems, like you can't get rid of a bomb, and the batteries are dead. Great stuff. This movie utilizes Batman's most famous villains from the TV show: the Joker, the Penguin, the Riddler, and Catwoman, played by Cesar Romero. Why is his name? Hold on one second, please. Played to Joker by Cesar Romero, Penguin by Burgess Meredith, Lee Merriweather, who plays Julie Newmar in the movie as Catwoman, and the great Frank Gorshin as the Riddler. These actors coming together, they were great in the TV show, they're even better here. I think Cesar Romero is a very underrated Joker. He captures that practical Joker, no pun intended, style of the Joker character. He's just over the top, zany and cartoony. Burgess Meredith as the Penguin with his hilarious. Lee Merriweather with her sexual sensualness as Catwoman, and including the scenes, and which also goes into the scenes where she's playing the character of Kitka while trying to seduce Bruce Wayne, is fun stuff, and the innuendos in that stuff is hilarious. And Frank Gorshin just brings this out of control, manic energy to the Riddler, where every time Gorshin is playing Riddler, you can't take your eyes off this man. That's how much energy he has. And this movie shows that in spades. From a directing standpoint, I think this movie is visual. It looks great. It looks like a comic book come to life, which is what the TV show was in the first place. It was Batman comic books come to life. And this movie is no different. I like the production outlook. I like how everything just looks completely over the top, how everything looks completely like in your face, like the bat suit, the bat computer. And again, all these actors and these characters play the world totally straight, and that's what makes it part of the joke. The action sequences in this movie are just like in the TV show. They're over the top and hilarious, with the whole pow, zap, and wham. Funny stuff. Funny stuff. And the plot of this movie is just as absurd as any plot in a TV show. Pretty much, the villains are all coming together to try and defibrillate the world's leaders and hold them for ransom. Completely overblown, completely convoluted and over the top, but you don't care because that's just the charm and joy and the cheesiness of 60s Batman. That's why it's so good. Now, and of course, this movie has the infamous Adam West Batmobile, which is a great looking car. Plus, it has the Batcopter and the Batboat, which also look pretty cool onto themselves. So this movie gave us the Batcopter and the Batboat, great stuff. The Batmobile, which is the classic Batmobile, which I love to death. They brought back the TV actors from the show. They all do a great job in this movie as they did in the TV show. The storyline is just over the top and arrogant, but you can clearly tell that these actors are having a good time making this movie because their energy shows on screen. Now, this, of course, we all know that Adam West is not an accurate portrayal of the Batman character, but it's a memorable and important portrayal of the Batman character because it's what brought Batman to the mainstream. And to me, I don't think this movie gets enough credit for enhancing Batman's value because this is a damn good movie. And for the longest time, this movie was pretty much all you had for Batman up until 1989 with Michael Keaton. You had pretty much the Adam West Batman show, which again, it's zany and it's campy, but it's so much fun. And this movie just heightens that because it takes what the TV show had and it just amplifies it with a bigger production budget. I mean, come on, this movie has the exploding shark, the shark repellent. How could you not like a movie like this? So yeah, I'm giving Batman the movie a solid 10 out of 10. I love it. I still love it to this day. It captures the spirit of the Adam West TV show, and it just amplifies the goofy, over-the-top awesomeness that show is, and this movie makes it just the better. Let me know your thoughts on Batman the movie in the comment section down below. Do you like it? Do you hate it? I would like to know. Like the video and subscribe, and I'll check you back next time for more.